I found my roommate's death notebook with my name on page 1. I never thought a pink glitter journal would be the most terrifying thing I'd ever find, but there it was, fallen from my roommate Ellie's backpack as she rushed to her 8 a.m. class paired, a sparkly notebook with death list written in perfect calligraphy on the cover. I should have just put it back, should have respected her privacy, but when you see your own name written at the top of something called a death list, curiosity overrides common sense. I flipped it open, page 1 in beautiful handwriting. Megan Wilson, roommate, parent death scheduled for the 31st of October. Today was the 29th of October. Below my name were detailed notes, my class schedule, my work shifts at the campus coffee shop, even the times I typically showered. Next to these were strange symbols I didn't recognize and what looked like ritual instructions. My hands shook as I turned to page 2. Professor Jenkins' parent death scheduled for the 15th of November. Page 3. Kyle Brenner, ex-boyfriend, parent death scheduled for the 1st of December. The list continued. 12 names total, each with their own death date and detailed notes. Ollie and I had only been roommates for 2 months. She was a transfer student, part quiet, studious, always wearing those vintage dresses and crystal necklaces. I knew she was into witchy stuff, as she put it, but this was something else entirely. I took photos of every page with trembling hands, then carefully placed the notebook exactly where I'd found it. I called my best friend Aoi, who told me to pack a bag and come stay with her immediately. She's probably just writing a horror novel or something, Kyle said when I arrived at her apartment. Creative writing project, she has my work scheduled down to the minute, I replied. And look at these weird symbols. Google says they're ancient Sumerian. Jade's expression changed. Okay, that's creepy. We should call campus security and say what? My roommate has a sparkly journal with death dates. They'll think I am paranoid. I couldn't sleep that night. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw my name in that perfect handwriting. Death scheduled for the 31st of October. Phil, just 2 days away. The next morning, I returned to our dorm to grab more clothes. Ellie was there, sitting cross-legged on her bed, the pink notebook open in her lap. You saw it, didn't you? She asked without looking up. My heart stopped. Saw what? My death notebook. It fell out yesterday. I can tell someone touched it. I considered lying, but what was the point? Yes, I saw my name and the date. Eilis finally looked up, her expression unreadable. And you were scared, wouldn't you be? You scheduled my death for Hai? To my surprise, she laughed. Classy laughed. Oh my god, you think she couldn't finish? She was laughing so hard. What's funny about planning to kill me? I demanded. She wiped tears from her eyes. Megan, I am not planning to kill you. I am planning to kill your death. What? She held up the notebook. This is my death prevention journal. I am a death doula in training. Well, what I help guide spirits? My grandmother taught me the dates art when people die, Perton there when their death would occur if I don't intervene. She flipped through the pages, see these symbols, their protection sigils, and these notes. They're to help me know when and where to perform the rituals to prevent deaths. So you are trying to save me? My voice was small. Yes, I saw your death approaching when we first moved in together. Accident on Maple Street. She looked at me intently. That's why I've been offering to drive you to that party tomorrow night. So you won't be driving yourself. I stared at her, processing. And Professor Jenkins, Kyle, similar situations. I transferred to places where I am needed. She handed me the notebook. Look at the back pages. I flipped to the end and found a list of names with check marks, completed preventions. She explained. 27 lives extended so far. I handed back the notebook, unsure what to believe. So what happens now? She said, closing the glittery death book. You let me drive you to that hill party tomorrow, and maybe help me with Professor Jenkins next month. It's easier with a partner. I agreed, still skeptical but unwilling to risk it. The next night, as Ellie drove us to the party, we passed a terrible accident on Maple Street, Pert, exactly where I would have been driving at that exact time. I texted Go. You won't believe who my roommate really is.